who are we? Are we novelty-seeking, hedonistic, selfish individuals?
What makes us happy?
Go on, you've got about 3 foot. 1 foot. Excellent.
Look, I've walked from the car to the machine.
I've just been going to get it.
Yeah, just a wee bit slow there though, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, I've taken a picture now, you'll have to take that. And I'll probably do your car later on.
I haven't even took the baby out of the seat.
Just pulled up. You pulled up before. Yeah, but it's only money.
It's not, what do you mean it's only money?
If you've got an issue, here's a tissue.
Just wait a minute, 1 minute.
Don't do that.
At 16:24.
It's close.
Boom!
Welcome to Brighton.
I can't accept this.
How can I take it register right?
I know, but
It's your mistake.
I'll tell you what.
No, you're not telling me what at all.
Is that a parking ticket?
Don't do this.
Ash, certainly.
Right.
Get out of the car and rent to pay for the back. I don't do you just get off.
You have goofed up big time.
We all have different meanings for happiness: pleasure, being engaged, life satisfaction. In medicine, we call it subjective well-being, with many domains: work, family, friends, spiritual, contentment, control. So I'll leave it to you to know what happiness means to you, but I do think the science of happiness comes with some useful lessons. First is, what predicts it? Well, the research points to a lot of factors, but 3 big picture players. First are your genes, your temperament or personality. Second are your life circumstances, things like wealth, where you live, health. Third are your life choices and behaviors. So of these 3 players, which is the most important? Dr. Sonia Lyubomirsky, a University of California professor, has tried to answer this question. And I think she will say these are very approximate, but about half is predicted by your genes, 40% by your life choices, and only 10% by your life circumstances. So this is interesting. I mean, I do think there's a line in the sand. So for example, lifting people out of poverty would give a lasting bump in well-being. But for most, we think, if I just had that new car, higher salary, bigger house, new lover/partner, I would be so much happier. But the research says that sure, there is a boost with a new car, a new hockey stick, a new marriage. But after time, so with a car this might be a few months, and the generally accepted time with a marriage is about 2 years, the new becomes the norm, and our happiness quotient drops back to what it was. The fancy name for this is hedonic adaptation. But perhaps the observation is that happiness doesn't come from getting something we don't have, but rather from recognizing and appreciating what we do have. The second big lesson is about your life choices. The good news is they are mostly in our control and overlapping. So expressing gratitude, being more forgiving, meditation and mindfulness, exercise, investing in quality relationships, kindness, altruism, and doing things for others, compassion, having good flow, where you have a kind of spontaneous joy from being fully absorbed in a task.
Imagine you step inside a jacuzzi. The moment you step in feels great. It's the raise of temperature that gives you the good feeling. But you'll get used to the temperature in no time, and within a few moments the thrill is gone. This goes for everything. Success, fame, winning awards and medals, getting a promotion, buying a Ferrari or a bigger house. It only brings us temporary fulfillment. Of course, up to a certain point, money, food and a house is very important. But once our basic needs are fulfilled, it doesn't add that much anymore to our feelings of happiness. Real connection with people, talking, laughing and sharing experiences together makes us very happy. It releases oxytocin, which makes us trust each other. It releases serotonin, which makes us feel more balanced, and it releases endorphin, which makes us feel more happy. Also, helping other people increases our happiness, as our mirror neurons will fire and we will both share the enjoyment.
In a 2015 study, participants were asked to imagine how they would feel if a complete stranger saved their life. The participants had to rate how grateful they were to strangers who provided them with gifts of food or clothing, all while they had their brains scanned in an fMRI machine. Researchers found their ratings of gratitude positively correlated with activity in brain areas associated with fairness and value judgments. It makes sense because gratitude is often thought of as a moral emotion. There are even benefits in just noting how grateful you are. Another study asked people to write down 3 things that went well that day and why for 1 week. At the end of the week, people were slightly happier than at the beginning, and over time, their happiness scores kept improving. After 1 month, they were 5% happier, and after 6 months, 9% happier, just from 1 week of writing a journal. A similar study with participants with heart disease found that keeping a gratitude journal increased their heart health and quality of sleep, perhaps because it reduces stress. Counting your blessings quite literally makes people happier and healthier.
Did you know that doing something good for others lights up the same part of the brain as treating yourself? The results are clear. Doing good feels good. And the best thing is, happiness is contagious. There are lots of actions we can take that are proven to boost happiness. And together, we can create happier homes, which could lead to happier neighborhoods, which could lead to happier nations, which could, well, you get the idea.
So if you think it's the thought that counts, think again. Science says there's some pretty amazing benefits to our mind, body, and relationships when we say those 2 small words. Thank you.
I'm grateful that you listened and watched. See? I feel better already.